Hey everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Baseless Speculation, all the podcast used on the research so you don't have to. I'm Joel.
I'm Jackson.
And I'm Joel.
Now, boys, what do we think's going to happen with the Warner Bros. Paramount acquisition?
Warner Brothers, they say, well, David Zaslav, our guy.
Ah, what a genius.
The mastermind behind every bad decision Warner Brothers Discovery has made in a long
Yes.
time.
But let me
patron
just quickly just have a look at his own personal wallet.
Oh, richest man in Hollywood? No way.
That's crazy.
Good for him.
Yeah, he's doing all
He's
right.
a self-made man.
That's
you
what
know?
I'm hearing.
That's what people are saying, dude. He put himself up by his
you're-
bootstraps.
Exactly. If you're, I don't know, who started Warner Bros. I want to say Jack Warner, but that can't be the name of the
Maybe.
man. But whatever.
I reckon it was probably
they're
started
brothers.
by, you're not going to believe this, the Warner Brothers.
Well, I was going to say probably, yeah,
Yeah.
two brothers. Imagine them being like, oh, cool, like our legacy, and then just to be like, oh,
Yeah.
this is it.
Well, look.
Wow.
You know, there are those stories about the creation of Hollywood where I believe it was Thomas Edison. He was making movies, and then other people started making movies, and he didn't want any of that.
That's true.
So he would send goons to their sets to beat the shit out of their actors and wreck their set dressing and break their cameras. And so they fled to Hollywood, to California, the opposite coast, to start making movies without Thomas Edison's goons in the area.
A place where Edison couldn't get you.
Yeah. And so the state of Hollywood currently, in a way, it's just gone back to its roots. All right. They said, let's put some anti-monopoly laws in place. And then in the last 10 years, they said, let's not.
Yeah, when did the anti-monopoly laws?
Because they went in place in the 1920s or 1930s.
Yeah, because there was a lot of stuff with when movies,
Yeah.
around that time when movies were getting huge, where
Yeah.
they were like, hey, there's a few things you can't do because people are getting too much power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they were like, great, this works. And then, over a century later, they were like, does it work?
It's weird that this thing that's existing for I don't even know why is stopping me from having too much power.
Yeah. Is this even relevant anymore? What if I was very rich?
Because there's also is it the Eastwood deal? It's basically if you're a producer and an actor, you can't fire the director and then direct it yourself or something.
Oh,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Okay.
So there's
know the
weird
thing.
rules like that to stop massive power.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
Anyway, this all. Let's wind the clock back to, I believe, 2006. In fact, I
Whoa.
believe November 16,
Great year.
2006. David Zaslav gets made CEO of Discovery.
Whoa.
Then 2022. So whatever he does with Discovery, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure he just trims a lot of fat.
Makes
Really,
fear factor.
really big focus on reality TV.
Yeah.
Is this when Discovery used to be science, right? That was
Yeah, I believe
It
so.
was
'Cause, well,
documentaries and the science shit, and everyone was like, cool. And then it was like, what if we didn't do that and did reality stuff, like reality TV? And is this where that guy with the amazing hair was like aliens?
I think
Yes,
that's
that's
think so,
Ancient
yeah.
Aliens is Discovery.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like you'd look or you'd watch Discovery for the documentaries and maybe the interesting historical stuff that was
Yeah.
very well respected, at least academically. maybe?
Yeah.
Or
Or
least
at
had
the
some
very least
yeah.
was your basic bog standard,
Yeah.
oh, that's interesting kind of
Yeah,
documentary.
and those kind
Yeah.
of you wouldn't be you wouldn't necessarily go there to watch, say, Ancient Aliens
No.
until
Mr. Zaslav
It's like-
himself.
this is boring. Pyramids are boring.
Yeah.
You know what's actually interesting about pyramids? Who made them? Well, I think it was no.
No.
I
I mean, what's more, and somebody comes in and they go, pyramids were made by a combination of slaves, artisans, complicated mathematical
you can
systems,
actually move quite
physics,
large. We can use this by lots of many different logs, and we can show that. We can show
basic
this now.
manpower.
It's really impressive
Yeah.
that what humanity actually did.
You go, well, what if aliens landed
Yeah.
and said, I want a pyramid,
Oh yeah.
and we're going to give you glowy sticks
Oh.
that make anti-gravity, and then you make a pyramid, and then the aliens go.
Yeah,
Is that
and then
not
we,
cooler?
And then we get rid of those glowy sticks.
Yeah.
And, we no longer have anti-grav
based
powers.
on Eric von Daniken's bullshit research. Fuck that guy. Fuck Eric Von Daniken. You know?
Well, it's just like a heap
Charity to
of
the
awesome
gods.
stuff that.
Shut the fuck
Like, well, David Zaslav, CEO of Discovery Channel, that's when you get awesome stuff like, and you'd be across this,
Yeah.
like that very hyped one-off special called Eaten Alive. Where
I feel like I bring this up all the time.
Yeah.
Once every 5 episodes, where a man was like, I'm gonna get eaten by an anaconda. And everybody was like, this man's a scientific, explorer. We're gonna change the game. And then he got halfway in the snake and was like, pull me out.
I'm too
No.
sorry.
He didn't know. He got attacked, and then he didn't even end up in his mouth, I'm pretty sure.
Fucking bullshit, dude. Fuck that guy. He can go to hell.
Yeah.
I'm fiery this episode.
But even like stuff like, and you can check this for yourself. If you go to like the Discovery Channel on Wikipedia, pretty much everything under the controversies tab, and there's a lot.
Yeah.
It's all like post 2006.
I wonder why.
I wonder what that's about.
I wonder if it's
Yeah.
Like, even like,
coincidence.
is this not the most David Zaslav bullshit you can imagine? In 2008, Mythbusters were examining the RFID security implemented in credit cards, and Discovery Channel preemptively was like, no, credit card companies sponsor Discovery Channel. You could get away with that, but no.
That's very funny.
Let's stop people. Whoa, no.
Yeah.
It's crazy the amount of stuff that gets like blocked and banned and stuff. Like currently, I don't know if anyone lives in Australia. Porn.
Yeah.
We just don't have access to porn websites anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
Just a
Do we not have access, or do you have to give our like a photo ID?
No, they got rid of Pornhub, dude.
Pornhub and RedTube and I think a few others.
Yeah.
Like all the big hitters.
Because basically they were like, it's too complicated to do the security age verification stuff. And they were like, who gives a fuck about Australia, I guess?
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
was
we
also-
are very small. That's why I use a VPN.
Yeah.
If NordVPN sponsored the show once again, this would be a great time
Nord.
to advertise
We could be talking about the
that.
pornos we're watching, Nord.
Yeah.
You would love that.
Come on, Nord.
And it would technically be illegal pornos only because like we're not able to access
Yeah,
them in
but
Australia.
we
there
would
was also
say in the ad, I use NordVPN to
for
access
illegal pornos.
Exactly, and they would love that.
I'm sure.
I think I noticed that with not pornography, but like a Discord. It was like one of the channels for some reason was just labeled like not safe for work or whatever. And at the time, it was like I was in the UK.
Yeah.
And that was when that kicked in with their also like the age verification laws.
Discord's walked that back.
Yeah. Because I wonder what happened with it. Oh, what? Did things just get all leaked for that? Oh, interesting. No security user. And so, like, as the moderator, I couldn't access that
Whoa, that's
that
crazy.
channel until I could verify my age. And so I guess went into the settings. I was like, let's just turn that off because this is ridiculous. And I was like, what do I have to do? And it was like, okay. I went to an outside like website. I was like, take a photo of yourself and this, and I'm like, fuck, no,
I'm not
I guess
doing
I'm just
that.
not moderating that channel.
It's a Wild West in there now.
That's now for young and old, I guess.
But yeah, I guess like if you don't live in Australia and this is news to you, there was also, I honestly can't remember how long it was. It could have been as short as a week, but it could have been as long as a month where Facebook was banned in Australia.
Yeah.
You just couldn't access
it was
Facebook.
like I think it was a week or something.
Yeah,
Like that.
because Facebook got into, they stood their ground. So basically what was happening was, this was in that period of time when Facebook was a good place to, like people had stopped posting status updates, but there was a lot of just like, all the pages you follow would just post like news articles. So it was a pretty, kind of like in the same way you use Reddit now.
Yeah.
It was good for that, but it was something like they were taking a cut of web.
Yeah, it's the same
Revenue.
thing. It's basically what killed like internet comedy websites for a while, like what killed Cracked and Comedy Humor and all that. Is that Facebook? The whole algorithm thing was that like Facebook used to be fine. Like you'd post something and people would go to your website, and then that website would like get the advertising like revenue, and then Facebook was like, no, we don't like that. We're gonna now basically you have to host on us, and we get that, and you don't get shit.
That's right.
And so then, like, if you link to like outside whatever, we're gonna really suppress that, which basically killed that whole industry for ages. Which is why now we get dropout and all that because they're like, well, I guess we now have to go somewhere else.
We're going to
and
start
do
our own thing. Yeah.
And something was similarly happening.
It was something to do with like
the news.
So basically, News Corp were like, we're pulling news from Facebook unless you do this, and Facebook was like,
from again, it's been a while, but from memory, it was like, it sucks because I'm on kind of the News Corp side. I think News Corp were basically in the right here. But both of them were, they're both pieces of shit.
But it was News Corp was basically in like a similar situation to like Cracked, basically.
Yeah.
They were like,
was it News Corp? As in like, was it like the Murdoch shit? Or was it just like
remember.
news in general? I forget what it was. But it was just like, you're either suppressing like stuff or you're making it harder for people to access or a lot of that kind of content, I think.
Does that mean that like, considering say Dropout, College Humor, they were like, we can't do this anymore, and they started their own thing.
College Humor was like where you got like do you remember when Crack basically was like, cool, we're going to release more content. Wait a second, we've all been hang on a second. Shit.
Yeah.
It's all because revenue was just dying. Because Facebook was doing that, and that same thing happened with like.
But I guess my question was going to be: does that mean we should start hosting pornography on our website? Given that Pornhub is down, it seems kind of like there's a gap in the market. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think we then face the same problems.
What if we pull the trick that porno magazines did in the 70s and we say we're naturalists? We have to get nude, unfortunately. Yeah. Because like that was, in the 70s, if you wanted to get a porn magazine,
I can just start
pop a nipple out on YouTube. You can show belly, right?
There's pornos on YouTube.
Can you show belly on YouTube?
Yeah. No, best not.
There's pornos on YouTube.
Yeah, that is true.
Yeah. You just need to know what you're looking for.
You need to know the right search terms. Yeah.
Like,
I feel that's, I don't know. I feel that's somehow getting your pornos from YouTube.
It feels unsettling.
It's unsettling and sad.
I feel like I was reading, because I was like totally oblivious to this because, hey, if I was looking for pornos, I'm not going to YouTube. I'm going to YouTube for essays or whatever. Or just like a guy being like, here's 10 games that suck. And I go, awesome.
Hey, this is news to me now in this room that we've banned pornography in this country.
Exactly.
I was like,
Did you not know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, yeah. It's not even like, because I think if you had a paid account, you're still able to access it, but you can't get a paid account anymore. And the free site will still load, but it's removed any adult content. So sometimes...
That's very funny.
Like sometimes how people have been like...
Watch.
Podcasts.
Yeah.
Like
we should start uploading stuff to Pornhub.
I have heard Pornhub pay better than YouTube.
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you.
Gentlemen, gap in the market.
Well.
Just saying. Or maybe we just describe sexy things for people.
Or we just like call the episode a sexy thing.
Yeah. MILF.
3 sloppy boys.
You horny yet?
Yeah.
3 sloppy boys spewing shit.
3 sloppy boys with sloppy mouths slopping their nonsense all over each other.
Yeah.
There you go.
You got to get slop in there for the SEOs.
That's what brackets anal.
Okay. Now I got to click on this.
Yeah, I just had a quick look into it. So Facebook was actually never fully banned in Australia. They just removed every like external website. So it turned in Australia, Facebook become unusable. But it's funny because what actually happened to Facebook is now kind of what just Facebook looks like.
That's so funny.
You know, like if you open Facebook now, it's just a lot of like memes from groups where you don't understand, like just like nonsense.
Like,
it's
what
just
is
like,
this?
It's just like, or like status updates from people
that you don't know. Yeah.
Maybe we should start making status updates as if it were like 2005.
That's a great idea. Jackson is eating dinner.
Eating shit.
Brackets anal.
That's a good idea.
I reckon every 6 months I think it's funny to write on someone's wall.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But then it doesn't even come up on people's feeds anymore because Facebook's too busy feeding people dog shit from the other side of the...
Oh yeah. It is crazy. Do you remember when Facebook would have like these meme pages, but I kind of mean like even prior, they weren't really meme pages. Like maybe when we were in high school, like the early Facebook days where there would be like a page called like that awesome feeling when you have had a long day and you take your shoes off or something like that, like some relatable vibe, and just it would have like millions of people following it.
Yeah.
That's what a crazy era that was.
Yeah, man.
And probably you could have made bank during that era.
Well, probably.
Where you have a Facebook page and then you sell it. And
I was going to say, like, whatever happened there, you'd either then, like, probably sell it now to some sort of, like, journal.
You'd sell it to, and they would just pump out AI garbage.
Yeah.
You know, it would be like some guy in a third world country building Thanos out of a cactus.
Well, it used to be,
comments.
You would do, like, can I has cheeseburger? The cat. And then just be like, that go viral. I'm like, sick. I'm gonna make me a t-shirt and make a whole like website of just selling that merch. And now I have a lot of money. And I'm good.
I missed the Can-Ass Cheeseburger. There is a meme page called Things You Can't Help But Hear in Jackson Bailey's Voice.
Well, there you go.
It was made like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Still gets updates, but I don't think anybody in it knows who I am anymore, which is really awesome. It's like a zombie. I must have followed it at some point.
Yeah,
so
right.
the brief times I go back on Facebook, it'll come up in like my feed or whatever. I think that's crazy.
I mean, I'm on Facebook every day, moderating the Sanspants Radio Stuff and Nonsense Facebook group.
Yeah.
Speaking of, I was going to say the Sanspants Radio Stuff Nonsense is like the only reason I go on Facebook is to like go like check on that and also probably chat to my mother.
Yeah.
Hi,
True.
mother.
I chat to my mom. I chat to my mom on Instagram.
Yeah,
And then it's just like, but when I'm going onto Facebook to try to access that page, I have to work to go to the stuff and nonsense.
Dude,
Like,
it's
and
hard.
I'm like, I don't understand
It's
because
confusing.
it's the only thing that I ever interact with.
Oh, yeah, because you also unfriended every single person on Facebook.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
that's right. There's nothing else on your Facebook,
Oh,
and
I
still
know.
it's hard to get.
I didn't
to.
go as bad as our good friend Adam Carnivale, who
He did a Scorched Earth.
Who did Scorched Earth. I
Yeah.
think was like every time it was advertised, it was like, no, thank you. I find this offensive every single
That's
time.
awesome.
And so now, I remember like that, like 6-7 years ago at the time,
Yeah.
Facebook was like, is this what you want? I don't know.
Why do you hate every ad we give?
I'm
you?
so curious to see what
I reckon his
his
timeline looks exactly the same as everyone else's.
Probably
now,
these
yeah.
days it
Just,
would.
just
Just
garbled
dog shit.
nonsense.
Absolutely.
dog shit.
And speaking of dog shit,
Oh yes,
David Ellison. He is
piece of shit.
Yeah.
Owner of TikTok or father of guy who owns TikTok?
I
One of the
think his dad is Larry?
Yeah.
His dad's where he gets all his money from.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he's a self-made man.
Yeah, he pulled himself up by his bootstraps, I'm pretty
Yes.
sure. Imagine working with your dad.
No.
I think I could do it. Under the right
Jesus.
circumstances.
Is my dad a self-made billionaire who is giving me a little bit of money so I can purchase this new clock app or whatever?
Yeah, that would be, okay. In that situation, anyone can work with their dad. If your dad's a millionaire, you can work with
Keep going, billionaire.
But if your dad's a billionaire, I
Yeah.
guess if your dad's a millionaire, not necessarily. If he's a billionaire,
Yeah.
you're working with your dad. Okay.
I'm a tax write-off. If my dad's a billionaire, I was a tax write-off for at least a good, I want to say, 25, the first 25 years of my life,
yeah.
and then I'm a further tax write-off, but it's a bit harder.
Exactly. Oh my God, dude. To have a billionaire dad and you just kind of got to keep him happy and the money keeps coming and you live life in just abject luxury. God damn. That's the dream. Avoid scandals.
Okay, so Larry Ellison is
hard to
currently
Yeah.
he's in charge of the Oracle Corporation.
Okay.
I like these
Okay.
episodes where Dude has to do like corporate detective
Yeah.
work, and we can be like, man, it'd be hard to just talk shit on the other side of him. It's
I'm
good.
assuming that like some Oracle Corporation is some sort of like has probably got maybe a lot of tax breaks or and a lot of government funding because they won the only contract, or maybe it was, I don't know, the partner of someone that was higher up in the organization who just started the company a couple of weeks ago and suddenly got about as much money as it did to make the first Avengers movie.
Well, speaking
no
of,
reason.
Larry Ellison was in Iron Man 2.
Yeah.
He has a cameo as himself. In
What a movie that I reckon probably held up well.
Yeah, I
And who
believe
else is
so.
in that film?
Yeah,
Remember?
Elon
Elon
Musk.
Musk, dude, famous robot penis man, Elon Musk. Yeah,
He also owns 98% of the land on one of the Hawaiian Islands, the sixth largest one.
Oh yeah,
And
that seems good.
briefly,
I think.
in
Is he
September...
Hawaiian himself? Like, is he a native Hawaiian?
No. I don't know.
Probably not.
yeah, I doubt it.
Allison, that's a
Hawaiian
that's a Hawaiian name.
surname, I would imagine. Yeah.
As of early 2026, he's the sixth richest person in the world.
Oh yeah.
in 2025, he was briefly the wealthiest person in the world.
Okay.
2025, you say? Oh, what happened? Why did he get knocked down a couple pegs?
Yeah.
And I'm
it was just a
assuming
change in
only like
stock
maybe
price.
once.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
What's he currently? He's like what?
God.
Second, third?
Yeah, but 6th? That's nothing.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
Anyway,
Oh, well.
he loves Trump.
Yes.
Certainly does.
Ooh.
A man who has apparently a lot of charisma, which I don't see, but that's fine.
I can't even picture him. Yes.
He loves Benjamin Netanyahu. He donated nearly $20 million to Friends of the IDF.
Yeah. It's good seeing you deflate over there. Yeah. He's a bad man, dude.
Yeah.
How do
Anyway,
you make
his son.
millions, I guess?
Yeah.
Should we look into that? Probably not.
I think however he did it, it's ethical.
Must be.
That's my belief.
So
yeah.
his beautiful son,
Yeah.
who's pulled himself up by his bootstraps.
Yeah, what about his
Probably
son?
didn't ever get a loan or gift from his
I doubt
daddy.
it.
Yeah, David.
Yeah. Another Dave.
He founded Skydance Media
Yeah.
in 2006.
Okay.
He produced a bunch of movies, including his first movie, I think. Actually, I'll double check this, but the first one listed.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, his first role as just like a straight producer was Terminator Genesis.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow. Coming out the gate hot,
That
dude.
Genesis, remind me, which one was that? Was that the one with...
I think that's old Arnie, right?
Or is that the one with...
Genesis is with Amelia Clarke.
Yeah.
Amelia,
So it's old Arnie.
Amelia Clarke, and is it the guy who's Boomerang?
Could be.
Matt Smith becomes Thingy in it.
Right. He becomes the
he
big-
becomes
yeah. Jai Courtney.
Skynet.
Is that only Jai Courtney?
No.
Okay. That's Terminator
Salvation.
Salvation. That's right.
It's funny when movies just abandon their like numbering and then you
yeah.
just like left it like, hey, what is
Yeah, like we're in the Terminator timeline. What number is Genesis?
it's the 5th Terminator released, but it is also a new timeline.
Yeah,
and therefore,
chronologically, I couldn't
that-
even
yeah.
tell you, dude.
Genesis was the one where the whole big twist that would have been
Yeah.
like a cool thing to see in the cinema going in blind was just revealed in the trailer, right? Where John Connor is a Terminator.
I don't know. No, I think that's once again you're
or
thinking
is-
of Salvation.
Yeah, isn't that Salvation?
That was with Amelia Clarke.
And is there another Terminator movie floating around?
Yeah, Terminator Dark Fate.
Which is actually really good, but I think
It's really mid.
Oh.
But
I
that's-
think it was good because of the previous
Yeah,
ones.
okay.
The bar was very low.
Yeah.
It does open up with kid killing.
Okay, that's pretty
John Connor
that's cool.
gets
Okay.
shot with a big
Whoa.
shotgun.
Yeah, dude.
And he's the same age he is at the end of
Of Terminator 2.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. That's awesome. Terminator for me goes like Terminator 1, 2, 3, Salvation, and then it's like a wasteland of like, you could tell me there are 10 Terminator movies I've never seen.
What was the one
I'd
with
believe you. Sure.
Christian Bale?
Terminator Salvation.
That wasn't with Jai Courtney. Was Jai Courtney in that
Yeah,
one?
that's Jai Courtney and Christian Bale.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One plays
dude.
John Connor, the other one plays Carl Reese,
I
right?
believe so. Yeah.
Can't be, right?
Yeah, dude.
Is that Sam Worthington?
Oh, wait.
Oh, fuck. No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah. You're thinking of our boy Sam.
Yeah.
No, I
Al
think-
Sam.
Yeah. Our Jai.
Oh, yeah, Al Jai.
I think he was in the Amelia Clarke
Okay,
one.
Christian Bale and Sam Worthington
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
in Terminator Salvation.
Jai, yeah, he must be in Genesis.
Jai Courtney is
then.
the Genesis. 'Cause I remember really watching that and hating every
Yeah.
moment of that film
Yes,
and being
dude.
Like, this sucks.
Do they explain why Arnie is an old Terminator when he's like a robot in Genesis?
Yeah,
because
his skin.
Because he's a
they-
robot. He
yeah.
should not have aged.
Well, I think they talk about it in the Dark Fate one. I think where he just sort of like he doesn't age as like consistently, but he's just like because it's skin, it'll just kind of slough off or whatever.
Okay. Well, I'm glad they explained. I mean, that's crazy.
They could. I don't know how
I
much
guess
is
no,
misremembering.
it is real meat, so that does make sense. Because it's not
Hasn't
it's-
updated it. I
Yeah,
guess.
but it's not fake. They got to make it real meat so he can go into the
Yeah.
past.
Okay, so
fair call, actually.
Genesis is the one where
with Jai Courtney.
with Jai Courtney and the one where John Connor is a Terminator.
Yeah, okay.
God,
Well,
what a
isn't John
film.
Connor someone's a Terminator in Salvation?
Yeah, probably the Terminator.
Yeah,
No,
Sam Worthington.
isn't someone a half robot, half man in Salvation?
that might have been.
No, isn't that is John Connor and...
I was going to say that was going to be the original script was that, like, I think it was, they used time travel by going back like 5 minutes or whatever. And the original script was going to be that, like, John Connor dies or something, or John Connor gets his, like, heart replaced by the Terminator heart or whatever, so that he becomes, like, half a Terminator. Or it was, like, John Connor dies, but then the Terminator takes his face and becomes, becomes the John Connor that leads the revelation.
I see.
The resistance. But then I think the script got leaked, and everyone was like, "That's cool," but then it was like, "Well, the script got leaked. We can't do that."
That
and then
sucks.
I don't understand.
That's stupid,
Because I'm like,
dude.
but that was a cool idea.
That makes sense.
Okay.
God damn, dude.
Anyway, but I guess the producer in charge of that was this piece of shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Genesis, sorry. Genesis.
So
also.
Genesis, John Connor is full Terminator. The end of Salvation, John Connor
Half
has his
Terminator?
heart.
Robo Heart?
Yeah, he goes robot heart. That's
Yeah.
right. They replaced.
Yeah.
That's okay. Anyway.
Marcus gives him his heart. Who's Marcus?
Marcus is Sam Worthington.
And he's like a robot.
He's a
man.
robot guy. He doesn't
yes.
think he's a robot guy.
Yeah, he thinks he's a man.
Directed by McG.
Whoa.
Let me just quickly look into Mick G. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think it's
Mick-
actually
McG hasn't done anything bad, has he?
He's a good guy.
personal
surely.
life.
Sure, you're thinking of the other, another horrible director, Brett Ratner.
Yeah.
You think of Brett Ratner?
You must be thinking Brett Ratner.
I am
dude.
definitely thinking of Brett Ratner.
We're always thinking of Brett Ratner
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
piece of shit, but I think
McG.
McG just makes not good movies.
Yeah.
Superman
Unless.
Flyby got one of... This isn't funny, but it's interesting.
Okay.
McG has in the past had agoraphobia.
Yeah.
And Superman Flyby was meant to film in Australia. And he was like, I'm not getting on that plane. And they're like, well, guess the movie's not happening.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Why did they just film it in America or
Or
whatever?
get another director.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
Was it was like Superman Flyby meant to be like a Superman Down Under type movie?
I don't know. But
Or
apparently,
probably
when-
tax breaks.
when it
to
happened,
be
he said,
honest.
I'm scared of flying. And they're like, why would you lie? And he's like, well, it's easier. People understand fear of flying.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
They don't understand agoraphobia. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, so when did it come out? I got a question about Superman Flyby.
Yeah.
When were they going to make this movie? Was it around like Crocodile Dundee time, like during Australian Fever?
No.
Nah, that's disappointing.
2004.
Yeah. This would have, yeah.
But is that around the same time as they made Ghost Rider, where they filmed it in Melbourne?
This would have been around about 2004, would have been, I want to say either just before Iron Man.
True.
Like that kind of era of superheroes. But it would have been tax breaks. Like,
Yeah, oh,
'cause,
absolutely.
The Matrix.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the Matrix were all filmed in Australia. And there's like, there was heaps of tax.
Pirates of the Caribbean 4
Yeah, there's
filmed in
heaps of
Australia.
incentives for people to start filming
Yeah.
in Australia. And then, didn't that stop?
Do you reckon that's up because Johnny Depp tried to bring his dogs in and we killed them or whatever?
We didn't kill them.
We
Barnaby
didn't.
Joyce really wanted to.
That's the only time Barnaby Joyce has ever been likable.
That would be so.
Shoot Johnny Depp's dogs. Go for it.
Imagine, like that's the kind of thing we don't have like a that feels like the beginning of an international incident.
Well, it's just
It
like...
almost was.
Yeah, but the US is like you can't kill Johnny Depp's
And
dogs.
he's like, he didn't declare them. They're
We'd kill a non-celebrity's dogs.
Yeah.
I don't think that's true.
pistol
And Barnaby Joyce, he's, smashed probably a six-pack that came onto a current affair. The reddest face you've ever
Yeah,
seen
exactly.
in your
Kill
life.
his dogs.
I want to kill his dog, I
bloody dog.
reckon. Yeah.
Has
Wearing
Johnny
his
Depp ever
stupid
been
hat.
back? If I was him, I wouldn't. I'd be scared. I'd be scared they're gonna just like take any
Well, at
opportunity.
least Boo and Pistol, his dogs probably haven't.
Yeah. Boo and Pistol.
Boo
Yeah,
and Pistol.
Boo and Pistol.
Wretched names.
We
for
wanted
dogs.
to kill them so bad.
And when like they're like, what's his name? Boo and Pistol.
Pistol?
We got the perfect
Come
setup.
on. We'll scare one to death and we'll shoot one.
Come on.
I like to think we were going to hang.
that to my dogs.
Guys, what the fuck happened to Australia?
No, it's normal
know.
down there. Sometimes
They
if you
do
bring in
that.
a dog that shouldn't be there, we hang them by their little dog necks.
That country is barbaric.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. We're an island of prisoners.
What do you think?
It's, penal law,
Okay.
bitch.
Anyway,
back
I
to
guess
Back to
Ellison.
Zaslav. Back to Zaslav.
No, I'm
Allison.
back to Allison.
Allison.
Basically, Zaslav did like it. at first people were like, oh, he's just stripping everything for parts so he can sell it for a huge amount of profit, which is what he did. But then some people are saying that, oh, actually running a movie studio was harder than we thought. And he did actually have dreams of being like a big movie mogul.
Yeah.
But then when that, like his bad decisions got in the way of that, then he kind of pivoted and was like, I'll just sell this for a big profit.
Yeah, this is Zaslav or?
This is Zaslav.
Yep.
He sold it to Paramount.
Because there was the ages back. It was that HBO Discovery. Then it was like then they got Discovery got Warner Bros.
Yeah.
And then everyone was like and that's when we got wonderful things like this. Was it the Batgirl, which was going to be Brendan Fraser playing a villain, and everyone was like, it was like completely filmed and done, and they'd done a whole family and friends screening, and then like put it in the bin.
Yeah, it's not coming out.
Warner Bros. Coyote
v. Acme. Yeah.
No, although now it's coming out.
It's coming out, which is cool.
Which is kind of interesting.
Yeah. So
good decision making all around.
Yeah. So HBO, like Warner Brothers, everything's fucked up. At the same time all of that stuff's happening, there's also a merger between Skydance Media and Paramount. Okay. So now Skydance Media owns Paramount, which Skydance, as you remember, started by David Ellison with
Daddy's money.
Funding from Daddy's money.
Yes.
Then and also like after David Ellison has tried to be a movie producer, he's tried his hand in acting. His first proper film role was in a movie called Flyboys, which he was also the executive producer of. Everyone was like, damn, this movie blows ass.
Damn.
He then tried acting 2 more times.
Yeah.
People did not like him.
Wow. It's crazy to, like, when it's not, I mean, I don't know if it's a trope at this point.
Yeah.
But, like, a lot of these either far right or right wing, I guess, commentators, pundits, there's a big shocking amount of failed, I guess, movies or failed trying to break it into like Hollywood and like, oh yeah, I couldn't make it in there, so I'm going to do my own thing. It's like, Matt Walsh, Ben Shapiro, all these guys are like, they tried earnestly to do what, like, to be either a screenwriter, actor, or whatever, and they sucked so bad. Like, so bad that we end up getting fucking Lady Balders or whatever, or they produce their own weird Merlin show that keeps being advertised to me on Reddit.
And I just fantasy adventures.
And again, I've never seen these. I only watch other people's commentating on them and watching them and talking about them, and it's fascinating how they come so close to making points and then just turn it on.
Absolutely.
Well, because I think that a lot of the problems is that, and Matt Walsh hits this all the time. Lady Ballers is a good example of that, where he's like, imagine if this happened. And it was like, but it doesn't.
Yeah.
And he's like, but
imagine.
Like, and it's like, well, then why are you imagining
and is
that?
a part
it's
of Lady Ballers that they were like, we're gonna like show how easy it is to like,
and then they were like,
and then people were like, we're not doing that. And they
the
were
rules.
like, oh, but what if?
It's like this has never happened, and the rules do prevent this. And it's like, but what if those rules weren't here and this did happen?
And then there, I think there's might have been Cody Johnson. I think he was talking about it, and then there's like either one character in there who's meant to be like look at these horrible trans people, but then it's played in a very almost sweet moment where you're like, oh, that's actually a really good representation, and everyone is very accepting of this person. And it's just
you're like, what are you doing?
It's doing like, but it's advice there, but they're doing the opposite of what I guess they intended, and it's just. It's very fascinating.
Well, dude, it's weird. So I'm, for reasons outside of my control, currently watching Maths, right? Married at First Sight, and this season they had, because it blew up as inevitably it must, like the MAGA couple, right? And there were these two like right-wing chud people, okay?
MAGA couple.
Yeah. Two Australians that are like...
Make America really great again.
MAGA. There's no...
MAGA?
MAGA? What does it matter? Okay, a MAGA couple.
Yeah. Thank you.
That feels crazy to say.
Are they Make America or are they Make Australia?
No, Make America. They will both love Trump. But the guy, it's crazy. But the guy,
you're in Australia.
The guy's like, and she's like, I want conservative values. I believe in conservative whatever. And the guy's like, me too. But then like they don't enforce any of that, and then like they're all like. They have this big argument about like gay marriage where she's for it and he's for it, but he's not for it enough. And you go, who are these people? Like, they talk about being conservative and like pro like traditional values, but then they're just not, and it all is like has this like weird. I mean, I know like Married at First Sight is like fake, but it's like so hollow and bizarre that the whole time I was watching, I was like, well, presumably he's just doing this so that he can pivot into like one of those like
riffs.
he can be like the Australian Andrew Tate or whatever, but then he just gets pissed off halfway through and leaves. But I don't know, man. It's such a hollow kind of what do you call it? Not mentality.
Existence.
Yeah, I suppose existence. Yeah, it's just bizarre.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, dude.
Wow. Fascinating.
It's truly
Absolutely
fascinating.
Anyway, so he's tried he wanted to be an actor, wanted to be a producer,
I mean, he
wanted to be all
started
this
Skydance.
stuff.
Yeah.
And then he tries to, break into acting. He starts as an executive producer, then just becomes a producer.
Mm-hmm.
His output of producing films has absolutely skyrocketed. So like in the first between 2015 and 2020, he produced like 8 movies, and then since then he's produced like 20. I'm just eyeballing it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's ramped it up. He's got I got more.
Now he's producing.
Money.
He's producing such beautiful movies as Spy Kids Armageddon in 2023.
Nice, dude.
The Old Guard 2.
Oh,
Fountain of Youth.
Oh,
The Family Plan 2. Heart of Stone.
Okay.
It's fucked up. I have heard of quite a few of these movies.
Ghosted.
Okay, no,
You know Ghosted. That was like a $250 million Amazon Prime movie starring Ana de Armas and
I don't know why he
Chris
thinks I
Evans.
know it.
No, because it was like the movie where everyone was like, we would have spoken about it on the show before.
Yeah.
It was like the movie that became like the breaking point for a lot of people. Like, these are fake ass movies.
Yeah, okay.
How are they spending so much money on this fake ass movie?
Fair.
Well, now that I know who produced it, I'm starting to understand where a lot of that money probably went.
Yeah.
Anyway, he sucks shit. But he's also, for anyone who's watched Succession, getting compared a lot to Kendall Roy, who is just so desperate to follow in his father's footsteps, but also sucks real bad as a guy. And also is like, wants to just be like Mr. Hollywood to like such a pathetic level.
Yeah, damn.
He's kind of, to put it in baseless speculation terms, really fucked himself in the arse.
That makes sense to me.
So like, in the lead up to this, obviously, he loves Israel, loves Netanyahu, good friends with Trump.
Yeah.
That's all very bad. He's also trying to come out and be like, I'm going to be good for movies. I love movies. I'm going to release 30 movies to cinemas this year. Movies are back.
Yes, finally.
He now owns Paramount, Warner Brothers, Skydance.
Yeah.
30 movies. There's 52 weeks in a year.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what movie studios used to do? They'd try not to fuck their own profits by releasing movies.
And also they'd do things where you'd have like, the big tentpole cinema stuff, you'd release them.
Counter programming, things like that.
And like you'd have like, oh, well, this one, it's smaller budget, but it's going to hit a different niche audience, and that's why we're doing that. So we have these like smaller budget films and,
in his 30 film line or his 20 film lineup, do we see any evidence of that?
30 films, but like just stuff like, like, I mean, the patheticness starts pretty early, and I know it's a lot of money, and like, okay, big of me, Mr. Podcaster, to say, this guy's pathetic. But like, he tried to buy Warner Brothers. He made 9 different bids using his dad's money.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, he has way more money than I could ever imagine.
Yeah, of
but
course.
at the same time,
he's got a lot of money, and but his daddy also has a lot of money.
Yeah.
he didn't have $111 billion to buy Warner Brothers money, though.
No.
But
his daddy did.
Yeah. So, like, they're just like, okay, like, rich guy buys thing.
Yeah.
Who cares? But it's become more and more apparent that, he's just been, just happy to destroy everything to just, so he can be Mr. Movies.
Yeah.
And then, like, he's, like, so straight off the bat, he starts promising stuff like HBO Max and Paramount Plus are going to fuse.
Okay.
Makes sense. That's okay. But then, now you've got, like, I mean, he owns CNN now, which is not great.
No.
But then, like, he also owns, like, a lot of other rival news programs, and it's like, you don't make money by, like...
Well, because this is the I guess, want to say some of the fear maybe from a lot of people, irregardless of everything else. Is that a word? Who knows?
No, but that's okay.
So. I don't think so. That's not a word at all.
Yeah. Just regardless?
Yeah. Regardless of everything else. It's the whole, like, well, CNN used to be, at least, either centrist, although according to maybe other people on, say, like a Fox News watch, it would be like, oh, CNN is very left-wing.
They're Antifa.
Yeah,
we're bringing that back.
Yeah. Nice.
And so with CNN now being owned by someone like the Ellisons would now become basically Fox News Light, which happened to it. What was the other news program that also happened to as well?
Oh yeah.
And then, but the problem here is it's you're going to get what happens with a lot of times where it's depending on which side of the aisle it does this, where it's like, oh, this thing, which is, one way, well, we need to appeal to the moderates or the people who are like almost there but not there. So we're going to kind of appeal, we're going to try and shift that way. And then they're like, oh, cool. Well, we're still going to watch the thing that we're going to watch anyway and ignore this anyway. So we don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you're better to not do that. It's like, hey, we should probably be appealing to, say, maybe the progressives or like the left or whatever. But instead, why don't we put, say, you in the same room on the same stage as, say, a Cheney?
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, we're doing this because then we can appeal to the people who are, who are right, but not too far right. But guess what? That didn't fucking work.
It's kind of never worked.
That's
crazy. I've made my stance on the political climate pretty clear in the past, but I mean, and also in this episode.
Oh, yeah.
It makes me so angry to think about. But even like this, even if you remove politics out of it.
Yeah.
So say like they're not using this as a platform to try and get Trump turned into some kind of fucking king.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or like not just trying to brainwash the rest of the world to become more right wing and like to support Israel on what is a genocide.
Yeah.
Even if you remove all of that from the equation, it's just like he's just fucked every studio he owns because none of this is going to work out well. So here's what happens.
Yes.
They make the deal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ted Sarandos gets $2.8 billion from Paramount because Warner Brothers and Netflix had a deal that if they walked away from
they would still get a bunch of money.
So he's just paid a competitor $2.8 billion. David Zaslav now has $790 million personally because of this deal. David Ellison is now $79 billion in debt.
Do you reckon he'll make it back with the Fountain of Youth movie?
That already came out, dude. No one saw it.
Oh, no.
Will he make it? Well, what about if he makes Batman the Fountain of Youth?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, here's just like some cool problems he has.
Yeah.
Now. So, like, yes, he owns CBS and CNN, Nickelodeon and Cartoon Network. So he's like the stuff that, because people only have two eyes.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to TV.
Two eyes, two screens, down the middle.
Exactly. That's
He
doubling
now
your
owns
profit,
a 65-acre Paramount studio lot and an 110-acre Warner Brothers lot.
Yeah.
And like he's got issues like Paramount. Obviously, they're like our boy Johnny Depp, innocent. He's returning to Hollywood. He's making a Christmas Carol, and he's playing Scrooge. But Warner Brothers this year also announced that Robert Eggers is making a Christmas Carol movie starring Willem Dafoe. So all of a sudden it's like, okay, we got two.
Yeah, but even if they were two coming from, like, I don't think there's any world where in 2026 or 2027 a Johnny Depp Christmas Carol movie makes money.
Yeah.
No.
I can't imagine a world where...
I don't know. It's that weird thing where I'm like, I don't know, because Christmas movies, you're like, well, and there are people who are like so divorced from any of all that.
Yeah,
and that
but
kind of thing.
there have been Johnny Depp movies since all of the Johnny Depp Amber Heard stuff.
Well, even before, where you had like, the one where he's a vampire.
Yeah. Mordecai? Oh, hang on.
I'm activated. Greenlight Mordecai 2, David Ellison, and we'll delete this episode.
Please do. Okay, because also Paramount wasn't doing well before all this anyway.
So all of this stuff, it's kind of tricky to, because Paramount, a lot of people, and like if you even through us, but if you've listened to it otherwise,
Yeah.
people will be like, Paramount, evil company. This is the worst of two evils in this Warner Brothers buying case. But that's because like the Ellisons have only owned Paramount for like a year, or less actually, like 9 months. So they haven't had the content they're releasing hasn't really had a chance to go full evil yet.
And it hasn't,
but it's coming because they're doing stuff like this and being like, we're anti-woke. Johnny Depp, welcome back.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
The fascist G.I. Joe movie we're getting soon.
Fascist G.I. Joe written by Max Landis.
Famous piece of shit Max Landis.
It's honestly, I'm shocked that he's back.
Me too.
I honestly
makes perfect sense to me.
But it does. Unfortunately, it does. But I was like, wow, I thought he was just, like full on, just like the stuff that came out about that. Like, it was
for me, it wasn't.
Yeah, but at least his dad killed people.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's bad too.
No. At least it wasn't. It was like what, like famed actor Vic Marrow and a couple of children. It wasn't a couple of children.
Yeah.
It was children. You said.
And then he used their funeral to promote the movie.
Exactly, dude.
Yeah.
Well, no, because the reason I thought Max Landis wouldn't come back is that sometimes you get that thing where somebody. Terrible stuff comes out about them when they go, we got to stop this guy making movies. And then people go, also the movies weren't ever very good.
Yeah.
And I thought we'd had that realization about Max Landis.
Yeah.
Bright, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bright
or
alone should have stopped us making Max Landis movies.
Or at least have the, I don't know, wherewithal to come under as a pseudonym and then just don't show your face. But I guess...
Lax Mandis.
I guess people don't care.
Truly, people don't give a shit, dude. But also, it's funny to imagine, even at the height of Max Landis fever, if you found out Max Landis was doing a G.I. Joe movie, would you have cared?
No.
Does anyone care about G.I. Joe?
Hey, do you know who else? Because now Paramount owns Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers has superhero movies. Max Landis is
a lock-in for something in the DCU.
God,
Guaranteed, dude.
Also,
Absolutely.
like crossovers of G.I. Joe. Wow. Paramount owned Transformers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's so funny.
There's a new cinematic universe on the horizon. Yeah.
You know they've already done that, though, right?
Well, no,
in the movie?
Yeah.
In the movie? Oh, I was going to say in the comic books, as Marvel used to do.
The most recent...
Okay.
I can't remember if it was the most... Oh, yeah. The most recent Transformers live-action movie ends with a G.I. Joe tease.
Oh, damn.
Wow.
I didn't
They
realize.
go, welcome to G.I. Joe headquarters or whatever.
Okay.
But there's nothing in the warehouse. They don't show any actors.
Yeah, okay.
Well, I wasn't thinking more. It's more that because back when Marvel used to own like Transformers and all of that, because you could have all done like a crossover there, which I thought would have been like, superheroes with the Transformers, blah blah. But now I guess they can do it with DC.
Yeah.
Who owns Fast and Furious? Is that?
I believe that's
Universal.
Oh,
Okay. Because I've always thought, Transformers and Fast and Furious would have been an incredible combination. But alas,
so I guess this means basically the DCU is pretty dead in the water, right?
James Gunn.
James Gunn
what's his?
be...
He's fairly either centrist, I would say, or fairly left.
Yeah.
So James Gunn's a tricky one because
and the right do hate him.
Yeah.
Here's a really, 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 really big thing to take into consideration. David Ellison went from 1,300 employees to, once this deal is finalized, 50,000. It also recently became apparent that Paramount didn't really know that Warner Brothers had a video game department. And the industry is bracing for anywhere between $16 and $18 billion of job cuts in video games. The Warner Brothers... So, that's crazy when you think, the Batman games, whatever, you're sitting on a gold mine. Hogwarts Legacy is like the 11th best-selling video game of all time.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot they...
That's gone.
Wow, all the Harry Potter... Oh, wow.
Yeah, the Harry Potter TV show, I believe, is still going ahead, but it's like, there was a period of time where they were like, we don't know where. They were like, there's a bunch of streaming services. It's going to come out somewhere. Pay attention, Pete, which is so funny. It's so funny because we are past, and this is not a new thing to say, but we're past that point where, there was this era where we were like, streaming services are how you get your TV now, right? Like you go, everybody's subscribed to Netflix. So if a new TV show comes out on Netflix, everyone's seeing it. But then obviously we had this like glut of streaming services. And now when something comes out, you go, where the hell is it? I don't know. But it's so funny to go TV show first. Like it used to be, you're on the streaming service, there it is, and what's coming to now it's like Harry Potter's, if you care about that, I couldn't imagine giving less of a shit. But if you care about it, you go, I gotta just hope I got the streaming service it's gonna turn up.
Yeah, I know.
Like I just gotta hope, and otherwise I'm paying like $30, a month for a new streaming service. Dude, it's funny stuff.
Oh, I know, and it's. I think that's why piracy is on the rise when it comes to media again, because everyone's like, even people who have perhaps paid for a service are like, it's easier to use a different,
Yeah, absolutely.
Because I'm like, I can't be bothered logging into that particular
Figure
thing,
out where the hell it is,
getting a notification, having to get like a QR code, whatever.
And then also shit like, is it Netflix? Maybe. You have to, if there's because there's many different packages, right?
Oh, yeah, right.
And to have because, sometimes when I'm watching something, I'll watch it in like a little screen on my phone while I'm scrolling other stuff, right? Like back when I was watching The Simpsons and it would be like, it's just a comfort watch back in the background, whatever. That's how I would do it. I'm on Twitter, but it's up in the corner. You can't do that on Netflix at the lowest level. Right. But it doesn't tell you that anywhere. Right. So I remember I was trying to watch something. I think you should leave. And I was like, what is wrong? And then I had to look it up and they were like, oh yeah, it's just not available to you, but they're never going to tell you. Huh. But I think, hey, maybe in 5 years, we're going to have to go back to free to air and jerking off with our imaginations. Wow. Like it's 1995 again.
That'd be kind of cool again.
It'd be refreshing.
We then have this sort of almost monoculture as opposed to like everything is so divided.
Absolutely.
I mean, you're also going to get like a bunch of stuff like... Because David Ellison and Paramount just in general, like everything was kind of going in a bad direction. So Paramount this year are releasing a third Angry Birds movie, a fourth Meet the Parents movie, a fifth Jackass movie, a sixth Scary Movie film, and a seventh Scream.
Did you see the trailer for the new?
Pretty bad.
Wow. Like straight up, the opening gag is a pronoun gag.
Oh, dude, it's so funny.
Like, wow. Cool.
And I'm pretty sure the
good job, Wayans brothers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the Wayans brothers, they're like, it's going to cancel culture, which is awesome because like we've kind of, I feel like societally sort of moved beyond even the idea of cancel culture.
I think
Max Landis is back.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what are you talking about? God, it's so funny.
Because, so Marlon Wayans, I'm pretty sure it's daughter. I'm fairly sure one of his kids is trans.
Yeah.
And he's gone on record. Marlon Wayans has gone on record being like, yeah, a lot of those jokes haven't aged well and it's not good. And like, but that joke that's in the trailer is like a 2015 online, my pronouns are they, them actually joke. To just assume my gender, blah, blah, blah. I'm wondering if he's put that in the trailer as like I wonder if he's thinking bigger, like as in like it's actually not going to be like
where you think it's
going. Because basically you appeal to that group of people by being like, this is so anti-woke.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then like they won't even realize if it's not anti-woke.
So you make a movie for the chuds, but that if you
just watch it as a regular person, you're not going to be like, oh, this is hateful. Yeah, this is dumb.
Yeah.
Okay. No, I don't know. Hang on. People who are right-wing, misunderstanding media?
People that still support Trump, yes, are fucked in the head. I'm happy to say
How cool is it that the slang term for like somebody who's like sort of a dumb conservative, whatever, is chud, which is based on the like 1980s horror movie Chuds, which is about like, what are they called? Like cannibal human underground dwellers.
Yeah.
It's about like monster men living in the sewer. That rocks, dude. That's a very funny evolution of language.
It's just, the
world's
rotten, dude. It's rotten to the core. But you know, and
but like even like people are like directors and things like that. Obviously, no one's naming names yet, but a lot of people are just like, well, I'm not going to work with Warner Brothers or Paramount anymore because like fuck that.
Well,
noise.
you put yourself. A lot of directors are now in a situation where either you stick around and get paid. You know, but everybody's like, wow, you sold out your sort of like, you know, whatever you believed in, your integrity.
Warner Brothers put out both Sinners and One Battle After Another last year.
Yeah, dude. Well, kind of felt like maybe
Can't wait to get Sinners too.
White Sinners.
White Sinners.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah. The English's revenge. Yeah, man, it's a bummer. It's a bummer for movies.
Yes. Like again, when it all came out and like Warner Brothers is going to be sold, everyone was like, no shit.
Yeah, of
like,
course.
Honestly, I was actually a bit more surprised that it was going to be sold wholesale. I genuinely thought we would get a slow eking out, kind of like Marvel in the 90s, where it was like getting bankrupt and things nice. Where it was like, oh, cool, we're going to sell off the rights to things, the rights to this. And I honestly thought that was where it was going to be like headed.
Like, we sell you Batman, we sell you Wonder Woman, we sell you Transformers.
I genuinely thought that was what was going to happen, as opposed to pulling out the cord and be like, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. Sell this wholesale. Genuinely shocked. And then it was like, who's going to get this? And then it was Netflix. And I understand some people. I know, one of our favorite directors, Jimmy Cameron, was just like, oh, it sucks. But, he was on Team Paramount because he's like, Netflix aren't going to do put my things in cinemas. Yeah. And I'm like, that's a terrible reason to support that. First, you don't know.
Yeah. Come on, Jimmy.
You might have some doubt there, but you don't know. And also, come on, you are definitely not right wing.
Yeah.
You moved to New Zealand. Because of I think that very reason, or one of the reasons. And it's crazy to then just be like, okay, Netflix or Paramount. You're like, okay, Netflix, they might not release movies in cinemas these days. That's a bad thing. And you're like, well, I guess.
I think the rumor was an 11-day window.
Yeah. And look, hey, fair enough. That might be bad, but at the same time, as someone who is either time starved or whatever, and then now it's like, it's nice just to be in my own home doing stuff. And we have 4K televisions, if not more.
Yeah.
The whole movie experience has now changed. And, it's just like, hey, you got to accept that. And so, when Netflix was announced as we've bought this, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool, interesting, because at least they try new things. Granted, they've got their own problems. They go, we're releasing this one season thing only, ending on a cliffhanger. Yeah. Never mind, we're getting rid of it.
Netflix,
yes, we're using AI now. Don't worry about it. Yes, and so they've got their own problems.
Also, Ted Sarandos also likes Trump. He's
course.
just quieter about it.
Well, again, am I shocked? No.
Netflix also, all of the positive things, not saying that James Cameron was right. This is a situation where it's like, oh, we're fucked. But Netflix I think is way worse than, because you're remembering 2019 Netflix and not 2020.
Oh, 100%. Once again, Netflix. I haven't. Again, thing was last episode we were talking about hey, Netflix has announced is canceling this thing that most people only found out about it when it was being cancelled. And there's heaps of problems across the board.
Yeah.
Yes. But at least it's not like an Ellison.
No. It's slightly less evil.
Slightly less evil. And then it's when now it's
they're not being like, hey, publicly, Benjamin Netanyahu, what up?
Yeah.
We stand with you.
Yeah. At least with with a Netflix, it felt like you would
if
then
they're
have
supporting Israel, it's at least quiet.
Yeah,
and you could then have
you can imagine they're not
exactly. And
you can watch the last episode of Stranger Things and go, the people who made this are good people.
Yes, and the filmmakers involved, the actors involved, they don't know enough. They don't know. They're so far removed that you're like, oh, whatever.
Millie Bobby Brown innocent.
Yeah, and you could get things where they're making maybe would be considered either anti-capitalist films or very left wing or progressive films.
What was the last really good Netflix anything?
This is what I mean.
Yeah,
I've heard Frankenstein was good, but I didn't watch it.
Guillermo del Toro's Frankenstein. I thought it was bad, but I don't know. I've not seen it. It's just it's that funny thing with Netflix where
Ted Sarandos went to Glendale Community College.
Whoa, dude.
That's the one from... Oh, no, that's Greendale.
Yeah, close but no cigar. Close. But it's funny to think about that period of time where they were like, Netflix is this is where we get movies now.
Yeah.
But then also, I don't think the movies have been good since I don't think I've watched any show on Netflix and not been like, this looks and feels like a Netflix TV show.
I think I watched,
you should leave, I guess.
I was going to say, I think I watch more TV series or that kind of stuff when I get the chance. Which, I think you should leave.
But I don't... Yeah, I don't know.
I tend to download a bunch of things for plane.
Netflix has made everything very, 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 and Disney is also this. Fuck ugly.
Yeah. Hideous, dude.
Yeah.
Hideous. And even the stuff that's...
it's easy to watch movies now, but now movies have become so slop. It's like, am I even watching movies?
Yeah, absolutely.
What was the point of this?
Yeah, I'm pretty much just jamming French fries in my eyes. Junk food for
greasy.
the brain.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That
movies are greasy now.
Movies...
Well, in a way.
No, movies used to be greasy, but in a good way.
Yeah, in the 70s, movies were greasy.
Sweaty.
Yeah.
God the most fuck ugly guys you've ever seen with the worst hairline you've ever seen being like, I'm 29. My girlfriend's 17.
Watching my dinner with Andre.
Yeah.
And I forgot what the actor's name, but he's like, as a 20-something-year-old man, and you're like, what? What the hell did they do to you back in the past?
I'm pretty also sure my dinner with Andre is in the...
Yeah, it was like, it's like in the 80s or 90s.
Yeah,
or whatever.
yeah.
But it's
I think
just so
it's late
funny.
80s.
I think the 80s,
Early
yeah. It's just
early
so funny to
90s, maybe.
open with,
yeah.
I forget the guy's name.
I know. He's like
Wallace Shaw.
Wallace Shaw,
Yeah.
to be like, as a 28-year-old man.
You go, what?
And you're like, I'm already taken out of this fucking film. What the fuck are you talking about? What? You guys just aged like milk.
Everyone looked like they were made of leather. Why?
I reckon that's normal and awesome.
It's fucked up
yeah.
now what happens
Yeah,
when we don't age. Was too slow.
Yeah, I mean, no one in...
It was all the cigarettes, right? And the lack of water. That's what people say.
Cigarettes and what?
The lack of water. So something I've heard is that in the early 2000s, there was this massive push to be like, you need to drink more water.
I remember that.
Everybody was just extremely dehydrated.
The 4
in the
liters a
past.
day or whatever.
Yeah. That was not really a thing
That's why in
the
pop
70s
culture,
and
piss
80s.
was always yellow.
Exactly. That's
know.
true, dude. That's true. They didn't know.
Yeah, you don't piss yellow? What's up with that?
But also in the 70s and stuff, people were drinking it from like a very young age, smoking cigarettes from a very young
Booze,
age.
not piss.
Yeah. They weren't drinking piss. I mean,
Maybe.
They might have been drinking piss. We don't know.
I don't know if piss drinking's on the rise. I would imagine it is, but I don't know if that's sort of like a, I'm online.
If it makes you feel any better, and it probably won't.
Yeah.
Wallace Shaw, even though in the movie he claimed to be in his 20s, he would have been 37 when he filmed it.
That makes
a lot more
sense. Okay, first, two separate thoughts.
Yeah.
That makes more sense, but also, wow.
Yeah.
But also the fact that they could comfortably just say he's in his 20s.
Even just as him being a 37-year-old man in that, I'm like, wow.
Yeah, dude. God damn. How old does he look? I mean,
I mean, he looks like Wallace Shaw.
Yeah. Fair enough.
like Wallace
Fair
Shaw.
enough. Fair enough. Yeah, man.
Both ageless and too old, you know?
Yeah, dude.
It's like finding out that Tony Soprano is 37 when that series starts.
Yeah.
In real life.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's always nice to know that I think by the end of this year that I'm going to be older than Homer Simpson.
Whoa,
Oh,
dude.
That's what he looked like.
Damn.
That's a beautiful
25-year-old
man right there.
Yeah.
Fresh out of high school.
Whoa, he stayed back a bit.
Yeah, a couple years he stayed back.
But yeah, so like basically, it's all just going to come down to David Ellison. People are like, if he wasn't so fucked in the head and wasn't just a lunatic man, because he's young, he actually has the chance of like pretty much shaping the future of movies.
Yeah.
But he hasn't clocked that, and his brain doesn't work like that because he just wants to be Mr. Movies and be like, I love making movies.
Well, based on his previous output, we're just going to get like a bunch of slop movies, and then
I'm probably starring him.
Yeah. And then I guess at some point he'll probably have to sell off Warner Brothers too.
It'll be something like he wants a direction, and I'm assuming it'll be like depending how clever the underlings are, maybe, and depending how clever the writers, the actors, the directors, all that. If they have, if they are not, maybe the whole anti-woke on the same thing. They could be like clever enough to get things through, and they might be successful in spite of this man. But it's going to be one of those things where it'll probably just way too much, I was saying good money after bad, but like, who knows how good this money is?
Yeah, sure.
Just like throwing a bunch of money at the situation, and it eventually will implode. And what I imagine was going to happen with Zaslav
I think you're
this
right.
time, where it'll be sold off piecemeal.
I think you're right.
Sold
I
off
think
piecemeal.
they'll go, I'll give you this franchise, this company, this company.
We're going to get a lot of shutdowns, as JD has said. There's like, oh, what? Well, there's a gaming division? Crazy.
Yeah.
And they're just going to like either sell off that wholesale or, again, just shut it all down. Just shut it all down.
Yeah.
We might get the Nemesis system in games again.
Oh, that's
hey,
funny.
that's pretty cool.
That's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Maybe. But also, well, actually, no, because I guess shutting down the studio doesn't mean they don't own the copyright anymore.
No, yeah.
In fact, that just puts the biggest nail in the coffin of it.
Yeah.
It's actually the opposite now.
The only way that it could
Or
work
they
is if
either
they
let it
sell
lapse.
it. Yeah,
or they sell
yeah.
it. Or again, I don't know how patenting.
No, I think
that
if they could let it
stuff
lapse
works.
theoretically, but I think we could get it if they were like, instead of shutting down the department, we're selling it off. Somebody buys it and they decide to give out the Nemesis
or
system.
they buy it and because they don't realize they're selling that part.
Yes, true.
You know
true,
what I mean?
true.
Or it's like, oh, hang on a second. Maybe someone will be like, if we license this, because I'm fairly certain they don't even license the Nemesis system either.
It literally only exists in 2 games.
Yeah.
And almost a third.
Yes,
And then
that's
they
right. Nearly in that
Wonder
fucking
Woman?
Wonder Woman game.
But then I
like it
think
was gonna be
apparently
sick.
they pretty early on cut it out of that. And
Well, it is
then-
kind of weird for a Wonder Woman game.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense because she's not a character that die. Like, put it in a fucking.
You could put it in a Batman game.
Oh, yeah.
In a Batman game, but also it would be a Batman game that couldn't really play like an Arkham Knight.
Yeah.
Like it would have to be a Batman game where you just go and do a.
Well, you're fighting different goons and the ones you like survive. You know,
Oh,
who
I was
hold a
imagining
grudge against
his you villains, and it's like, oh, you
Yeah,
defeat Mr. Freeze, and but he comes back, he breaks
Yeah.
out of Arkham or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
it's gonna be grim.
Yeah.
What movies do we think we're gonna get in the next, let's say comfortably 5 years before presumably it's all sold again?
I think what they'll do is they're just going to push things. They're going to like make sequels and push things. Like, so like straight off the bat, like, I mean, Paramount's making Rush Hour 4 because Trump.
Well, Trump wanted Rush Hour 4.
And it's directed by Brett Ratner.
Yeah.
You know, famous
piece of
rapist.
shit? Yeah.
Made famous by the Me Too movement.
Yeah.
Why did Trump want Rush Hour 4
He just
so
loves
bad?
Rush Hour. He thinks it's a full-on pisser.
Oh, yeah, it is funny. Jackie Chan.
But Chris Tucker, he loved the Lolita Express.
Yeah. And Jackie Chan.
He went looking for fossils with Jeffrey Epstein.
That's got to be code for something.
I can't.
Something I can't fathom what. Maybe they're like,
No, they apparently, I mean, they went presumably and fucked kids.
yeah.
But I think they also did dig for fossils.
How do you do
together.
both? How do you keep those two separate things? How do you get excited over finding a dinosaur femur whilst being a full-on pedophile at the same time?
guess
that's crazy gear. Plus, also Jackie
Mm.
Chan's a piece of shit to his son, right?
Yeah. I think Jackie Chan.
Didn't the kid get caught with drugs or something like that?
Something.
And then it was like cut out from anything.
Or does Jackie Chan have like a transgender kid that he's not very nice to? Some shit
Don't
like
know.
that, dude.
Don't
Rush
know.
Hour is a bad franchise. It's full of bad people. Okay, I'll say it.
Yeah, but Chris Tucker, he talk fast.
Yeah, he talks fast, dude.
And fucks kids.
Yeah, and fucks kids, yeah. They don't mention that in Rush Hour.
Allegedly. He's on the plane.
Yeah, exactly. He at least knew that kid fucking was going on.
Oh, yeah.
Allegedly.
You know, allegedly. Maybe he didn't, though.
I mean, Bill Clinton's basically like, yeah, I was there. I was on the plane heaps, but my eyes were closed the whole time.
Yeah, I was asleep the whole time.
Jet lagged.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sleepy.
Yeah, and Jeff, when he said what the name of the plane was, I just jammed my finger. I was playing my saxophone.
Yeah. I thought, I don't know what that means. I'll have to look that up later. And I never did.
Yeah, I forgot.
I got distracted.
Maybe he was just a fan of Russian literature or
exactly.
whatever. I don't know.
It's a good book,
think.
you know? It's just some people.
I'm guessing
yeah.
that what's going to happen is they're going to lean really heavily on, because one studio is about to just own so many fucking franchises. Because Warner Brothers is fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. The moment you're like, oh, they owe. I'm like, oh shit. Like, yeah, I forgot
Harry
they had
Potter.
Harry Potter. I forgot they. Oh, you got like Lord of the Rings,
Lord of the
right?
Rings.
Yeah. I'm just like, oh shit, they got so much.
DC, Minecraft movie,
The Matrix, right?
Yeah.
Matrix, Godzilla, Kong.
Definitely we're going to get another Godzilla.
June.
That's going to be in there. Well, it's funny because also a lot of these
Practical Magic 2 is coming out on September 11 this year. Evil Dead is them.
Yeah.
Right.
But then it's weird.
Mortal Kombat.
Yeah. What's weird to
Conjuring.
me is that some of these have already movies in the works. So it's a kind of a question of like, will they just continue the course? Or because this guy wants to be Mr. Hollywood, is he going to be like, cancel that and then we do another one?
I
You know?
think it'll be. I think the move will be any of like the big things that look like they're going to make money because he's in so much debt.
Yeah.
So like things like, do I think that the DCU will get
Continue?
canceled?
In a way.
Yeah. Yes.
Do I think James Gunn will get fired at some point and they'll go crazy and be like, Max Landis, you're running it now? Yes.
Yeah.
Do I think they'll just be like, no more DC movies because DC's woke? No.
No, of course not. No.
But apparently, like, there's a Lord of the Rings trilogy apparently coming out again.
The Golem movie?
Yeah, well, I think it's the Golem movie, and then that
Golem 2, Golem 3.
Were these all announced prior to the
I think a lot of them were. Yeah.
Because I can imagine.
I don't
that,
think anything's been announced yet, except that I think the only things that have been announced since this merger is 2 G.I. Joe movies in the works, one of them written by Max Landis, and that Man of Tomorrow is now called Superman Man of Tomorrow.
Okay.
Weird.
Well, okay, fair enough. Superman Man. I'm like, fair enough. Like, if you're John Q. Dumbfuck, you're like, what's the Man of Tomorrow? Is that like a sequel to Tomorrowland, a film I didn't watch?
Or The Day After Tomorrow?
The Day After Tomorrow?
Yeah.
Are we getting another woke climate change disaster film?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing this. Oh, it's got Superman, famous anti-woke hero
movie.
of mine. Yeah. I hope we then get that weird, like, crazy Superman that I forget who was also a little bit like
Yeah.
well, I don't know if he was definitely like the right wing, but definitely made sure that he was an American citizen.
Oh, yeah, what? Who
Because
did that?
his pod was basically like a pussy.
Yeah.
And when he came out of that
He was
pod,
born-
he was born American. He's not an alien.
immigrant.
He's
not an
American
immigrant.
citizen.
Yeah.
I
hope
got
we
tricked
get
by
that.
fake news. It is still just called Man of Tomorrow.
Okay. Well, yeah, either way.
Yeah.
Well, good. I think we're still getting Supergirl because that's coming out.
That's it's done. I think so big things that haven't really had anything happen yet that they could cancel. Whatever the follow-up to Clayface is, that's Clayface. So whatever happens in between Clayface and then Man of Tomorrow onwards, like that's the Batman Part 2.
Yeah.
There is a new
I just feel we're going to get like
The Conjuring First Communion. They're making another Conjuring.
well,
Good
Because
on
the last
you
one was
know.
called Last Rides.
Yeah,
Now
yeah.
the next one's called First Communion.
yeah, you got to go back in time.
Yeah.
Well, again, a famous kitty diddler.
No, that's true. Game recognized game. No, but I imagine that what we're going to get with the DCU is just what happened with the DCEU, where everything comes out as a kind of part 1, and then part 2 is like a confusing mess, and then some stuff gets decanonized, and some stuff gets added.
Because what will happen is that there will be some clashes behind the scene, and then presumably Gunn will get fired.
Yeah.
And then, your boy Landis will come in,
course.
and it'll be awful.
Absolutely.
Detective Pikachu's also Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Well, yeah, famous anti-woke rat Pikachu.
Yeah, dude. Pikachu hates pronouns, dude.
Yeah,
And he
dude.
doesn't believe in climate change.
No.
Wonka, dude. They got Wonka.
Fuck, dude. They're going to change the Oompa Loompas back to people from an African country, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, Hugh Grant's out of a
Oh,
job.
damn.
Wait a second. Cloud Atlas. Was that Warner Brothers?
I
Cloud
think
Atlas
so.
too?
We're getting Cloud Atlas too. This time with more blackface.
Well, I mean, like they're even doing funny stuff like So that was just all Warner Brothers stuff, but like Paramount's doing awesome stuff now that what's his name David Ellis owns them. Like they're like, oh, Avatar: The Last Airbender, like a sequel to that series. We made a movie. We're just releasing that on Paramount Plus. Why bother trying to make money from that?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. Because what does Paramount have? I'm like 30 Rock.
Yes.
Scary movie,
MSNBC.
Jackass,
Peacock.
Street Fighter,
Yeah.
Meet the Parents, Angry Birds,
Okay,
Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, they got Sonic 2.
Damn, dude.
Another famous anti-woke rat.
Yeah, there's a lot of them out there, dude.
Paranormal
Mouse?
Activity, Quiet Place, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh, not the
Oh,
turtles.
TMNT, dude.
There's two Oh, wait. No, wait. What the fuck?
I guess the cartoon and the
Yeah, probably.
It just is that weird thing with
Jack Ryan. They'll be using him heaps.
Oh yeah, that's crazy because again, it's you could either do this one of two things where it's like someone has bought a thing and it's like, well, now it's just going to like stay the course. They're going to trim a lot of the stuff that's going to not going to see as profitable, but by and large, they're not going to interfere. Because they're a money guy.
Yeah.
They're not going to watch the next film. They don't give a shit. They're like, the CEO of an extremely large or a company like this. Like,
You can't pay
how many
attention to every
movies do you think I
project.
watch?
Yeah,
None.
of
I don't
course.
give a shit. I just I
I'm
get
there-
money.
I make money.
I'm
Yeah.
there for the money. Whereas this guy wants to be Mr. Hollywood. This guy is like, please let me be good acting.
Let me act in all these movies.
And again, presumably they're just going to get a lot of like people that Oh man, I'm surprised that they haven't bought the Daily Wire or whatever.
Well,
and put
I
that
guess
under this fucking umbrella.
it's hard to say what's going to happen with them acquiring more. Like, are they going to try to, or are they going to be like, we're rapidly approaching $100 billion of debt?
Because does he also, or does the dad own TikTok? Like, does someone own TikTok? I'm pretty sure, like, or in America at least, one of them they got the rights to, or they bought TikTok. I'm fairly certain that was the Ellisons.
Yes. So Larry Ellison owns a 15% stake in the US operations of TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay.
So at least, where whatever new slop comes out, they can just,
they can promote the slop.
Flood the shit.
It is funny that a lot of what this is going to affect is like slop franchises.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny to think that like what is going to be. I mean, obviously other movies are going to be affected because Warner Brothers presumably and Paramount are not going to be publishing or releasing any movie that's not slop for the foreseeable future. Like that's going to shape it in that way.
Yeah.
But it is funny that it's like, damn, it's going to wreck my Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
Well, they're not going to do any, like, there's no room to gamble on films. There's no room to be, like, innovative.
There's no one battle offer and others. There's no sinners.
There's nothing that's going to be, we're going to take a punt on this. It's just going to be, like, what they would imagine is going to be tried and true, and this will make money. But in doing so, it'll be, won't make money because they're not going to take those risks. It's going to be the most milquetoast, like, slop that will try to appeal to everyone, that will appeal to no one, because you're either going to piss off the people who either wanted to go see this, who are very, say, left-leaning or progressive-leaning, and then the people who are right-leaning and like very that is very much like, what's the opposite of a regressive?
I suppose.
Like the people who are that, say the medium or the character or whatever or like the writer involved, whatever, are going to say something. They're going to, we're boycotting this, or
Absolutely, for
mean?
sure. It's
there's no way
it's a lose-lose scenario.
So like to give you an indication of what. So this is before Ellison fully took over, but for the rest of this year, you're getting a Billie Eilish concert documentary directed by James Cameron, which is probably why he was chill with Paramount buying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, smart. Passenger, which is a horror movie. Scary Movie 6. Jackass 5. Paw Patrol, the Dino movie. Why the fuck is Paw Patrol meeting dinosaurs?
I don't know, dude.
ACAB meets Paw Patrol.
Damn right.
Yes, dude.
Avatar Aang, The Last Airbender. Street Fighter. Ebenezer, A Christmas Carol. Fokker-in-Law. The Angry Birds 3.
Wow. What a horrible run of movies.
Wow.
Just truly disgusting. Like, nothing. Nothing there even piques my interest to, like, a tiny bit.
Wait, is this...
That's awesome.
This all sounds horrible. I reckon I could spend way too, like, again, because there's so much here to grasp onto that it's like, you could just be talking about, like, the future of the Harry Potter franchise, or the future of, G.I. Joe, Transformers, the future of, like, the gaming industry.
That Christmas Carol movie, that's the
Johnny Depp one?
But it's directed by Ty West. What the fuck, Ty?
Ty, get out of there.
It's just, like, hopefully, hopefully one individual can't ruin
movies forever.
Hopefully one person doesn't have like that much power. However, they probably unfortunately do.
Yeah.
And look, hey, hopefully maybe this will just kind of like everyone running away from Edison to open up Hollywood. We get a new thing.
Exactly.
In a different country maybe.
Yeah.
Hey, Australia, this might be your time to shine.
Exactly.
Australia in the last couple of weeks has really revealed themselves to be a truly dog shit country. So maybe not Australia.
I know we've got no porn now.
Yeah.
We got no porn.
What else has happened? I've really not engaged,
we got
clearly.
no porn. We've said we're going to support the war on Iran.
Yes,
what
that's
the
true.
fuck? Why?
I think we sent missiles somewhere recently.
Why do we do this?
Anthony Albanese's got no spine. He's too busy eating his own asshole.
Yeah,
everything he said in the past, he has gone back on.
Of course. We've
politics
pretty much only have spineless politicians
Yeah.
here in Australia.
But hey, great news. One Nation is very clearly leading the polls.
Yeah. So
that's not great news.
Oh, sorry.
the
I
opposite.
thought you were a real piece of shit. And you'd love to hear that.
I am a piece of shit, but not that kind of piece of shit.
It's really bad watching
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Well, I know it'll cheer me up. Emails.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what the people got to say.
Email us in at bsboyspod@gmail.com to try and cheer us up.
Yeah, tell us something funny.
Tell us something good.
I think
something funny that happened to
you.
you.
What cheers me up is, well, it doesn't really make me happy, but it keeps me entertained, is Eric Andre saying that reading the news is like sulfuric acid in his eyes at the moment he watches ISIS beheading videos to calm down.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
That is pretty good, dude.
He was very upset.
He was.
And fair enough.
Understandable. Okay.
Hugh Jackman also recently performed at Rupert Murdoch's 95th birthday and is the godfather of some of his kids. So, yeah, it turns out Hugh Jackman, huge jackass.
No celebrity is good, dude. It would be absurd to assume that they could be.
Yeah, but I didn't realize he was a piece of shit, but he is.
Yeah.
Name,
Is he
like,
blowing Lachlan Murdoch or something as well? Probably.
You hit a certain amount of money and you become a bad person. It's a bad system.
Speaking of, if you want to help support us,
find out what that limit
we're
is.
not
going
to hit that amount of money. Okay?
BS Plus, we get early episodes and the occasional base of speculation plus, where Jackson promises he's going to watch Shang-Chi, but ends up watching like Alan McKay.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, you can support us on sansoffair.com or right now on your if you listen on Apple Podcasts.
You can press the button because there's two ends of the spectrum, okay? There's having so much money you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But there's also having enough money that you're not racked with financial anxiety every day of your life. If you could just get us over that line, this email comes to us from Mike. Hi, BS boys.
Hello, Mike.
What do you think the next animal trend is? It used to be men becoming dogs, like Tim Allen and Gary Busey. Then it was people becoming bears, like Brother Bear and Brave. Then it was men turning into monkeys, like Robbie Williams. What's next? Turning into horses? Thank you, Mike.
We already had that.
Yeah.
But the horses. No, the horses.
Who became a horse?
The great film where everyone got sold to be turned to horses because they got giant penises.
Sorry to bother you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. They did make a movie where men become horses.
So I was going to say, like horses is great, but unfortunately, maybe fortunately.
I would love to see, maybe not animals, but like, guys, like pretty much a prequel to Cars where the movie's about guys turning into cars.
That would be really cool. That would be really cool because of like your child's wish in a lie situation.
Yeah.
They go, I wish my dad was a car.
Beep, beep.
And well, I like to imagine a kid doing that and then you're like, I'm a bit scared to go to sleep tonight.
Yeah, you can imagine like the terrible CGI morphing of the dad, say, into a car, and then like the car would kind of have a CGI face of, say, like Bryan Cranston as dad.
Good
Bryan
casting.
Cranston, great casting. Bryan Cranston in My Dad the Car.
Yeah.
I think.
What about if the new one is men just becoming sort of featureless goo? I hope my dad becomes featureless goo.
I want goo dad.
Oh, Bryan Cranston in My Dad the Car too. My Dad the Goo.
I can put him in a box now and hide him in the cupboard.
Shake him around.
Yeah.
I put my dad in the toilet.
Oh,
Don't flush Bryan Cranston CGI face. Don't flush me. Don't flush me.
Speaking of like water, we could make them like dolphins and stuff.
Oh, that's true. They haven't gone to water yet. I was thinking parrots is good too.
That's good.
Because then they
Birds
can
is
talk.
good.
Birds could be good.
What about my dad? What if guys just become worms? Actually, that makes sense because there's a lot of like, obviously, and it's an outdated internet thing, but it still pops up every now and then. But
Would you love me if I was a worm?
Yeah, so
That
like,
could be the name of the
Yeah,
movie.
my boyfriend, the worm.
Yeah.
Would you love me if I was a worm? Because people talking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think
It's crazy to be loved whilst being a worm, and we're experiencing it every day when you listen to this podcast.
Exactly. Assuming you love us.
Which we do.
Exactly. This comes from Thomas. Thomas says, Hi, BS boys. Jackson Bailey told me to write if I thought Zamet explaining X-Men was good. It was good. Thank you, Thomas. Great email, but the best part about it is the screenshot Thomas included of themselves watching. So it's a screenshot of the YouTube video of Zamet. It's really good. I'll show it to you, fellas. It amused me because I was like, I don't know why you included that, Thomas. But
that's good. I'm glad that you enjoyed.
That is good.
Thank you for the evidence.
Talking about,
I think that's very important.
what is happening to currently.
Exactly.
It's really sweet.
And then finally, and this is funny because I realize now looking at it that I took a screenshot of the emails that I wanted to read out in the episode, and this one I'm looking at it now, I realize is a PS. So there's presumably some other email out there.
That's okay. You picked this email without reading it, I guess.
What? Him.
Well, I read. I
Jackson.
I just ignored the PS, okay? I was like, don't know what those letters mean. In response to your episode talking about this is from Brian. In response to your episode talking about kidney stones, when I went to the emergency room with my kidney stone, the PA I saw told me I've been shot and I've been stabbed, and passing a kidney stone is still the most painful experience I've ever had. Which in retrospect is not a helpful thing to tell someone about to pass a kidney stone. Love you, beautiful boys. Brian. And I will say as well, Brian has also included a screenshot of the cover art for Baseless Speculation. So
that's awesome.
I really like you guys just including...
You've got that, but you don't have their PS?
PS, don't read my name out.
Yeah, it could be PS, don't read my name out. It could be PS, here's a question, which I'm kind of bracing for. Because it's a funny little story, and then PS, which is...
Well, I'm glad. I assume that your kidney stones have passed. I'm sorry you had to get worse than stabbed and shot.
Yes,
I'm still so afraid of it.
I do like that having a kidney stone is something that you really want me to find the original email, don't you?
Well, I really like that you're like, I'll find it, and then you...
I did, but I was like,
gave up.
Well, we're wrapping up. All right, okay, here it is.
Oh, you found it.
I found it.
All right.
Hello, Brain Rot Trio. A few months ago, you guys read one of my emails.
Wait, so you screenshot and didn't even get the top part of the email?
No, these are two fucking different emails.
What's the PS from then? That's all I want.
It's a separate email that's a PS. So this is the first email they sent, okay? You understand?
You're confusing me so much.
They sent one email.
Yes.
Okay.
The email is this one that I'm reading right now.
Yes.
Okay.
Then several, is it days later? Yeah, they sent that on the 28th. Yeah, several days later.
You do a podcast with me where I read the emails every week, and at no point is it ever confusing to what's an email and what's
I don't
not.
know. They're both emails.
When you said they included a PS,
Yeah,
and then you said that you
email,
stopped.
the second email opens with a PS.
Yeah, but that I understand that now.
So in a way, it's its own email.
Yes,
Okay.
but that's not how you said it before.
It was kind of like you had the email, and then where it said PS, you had just stopped that.
No.
I would love to hear this email.
Please.
A few months ago, you guys read one of my emails on your show about how Jimmy Cameron could ruin the Avatar franchise. I apologize. I'm about 2 months behind on your show, so this may no longer be relevant. Well, I'm about a month or 2 months slow in reading the email, so that's fine. I was so excited. I told both my partner and my best friend about it, and now they want to listen to your show and hear the email.
That's a big mistake.
Obviously, I don't want to inflict this on either of them, so how do I convince them that they do not want to listen to this show / my email? Also, as a follow-up to my previous question, do you think there is an actor or actress that could ruin the Avatar movies if cast? For example, if notable groomer and abuser, old Jared Leto, was cast as the lead in whatever follows Fire and Ash, would it ruin the franchise?
Yeah.
Thanks again for making me laugh every day, Brian.
Huge news. Jared Leto works heaps with Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So we'll be
Oh,
able
yeah.
to team up. Max Landis, Jared Leto combo.
Max Landis writes. Brett Ratner
directs.
Jared Leto stars. What a
Jesus
combo.
Christ.
My ass sack.
I'm listening.
So what do you need to do? Say that we read your email out, and then just say, "Oh, actually, some stuff came out about them." Don't worry
Don't
about
worry
it.
about
rumors.
it.
Yeah,
nasty
but
rumors.
make sure you don't say
Nasty.
baseless speculation. So they just assumed that a podcast got cancelled. Not
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
But
yeah.
if you're throwing our names around, don't say that.
Yeah.
Because we don't have enough of a digital footprint that you'd be able to Google it and be like, oh,
Yeah.
they were wrong.
Yeah,
You would
could
Google
wreck our
it.
lives quite easily.
Like, hang on, Joel Dusha, I'm very scared about this.
Well, I guess what you could do is maybe play them a snippet and be
Yeah.
like, see, it's not for you.
Yeah, it's not very good.
I
You
reckon
know?
maybe get like was it our King Kong episode? You know, there's some really good stories in that you could show them.
Yeah. That's a pretty funny episode.
but
We're
yeah.
kind of crazy in it, but it's
the
pretty
end
funny.
Of the year. Things that happened.
Things are
in that
happening,
year.
and yeah.
Some good stuff. So maybe I would say go back, have a listen to some good moments, and be like, is this really?
Is
and
this-
maybe play a couple minutes. Like, is this really what you want? You probably don't.
Exactly.
Or just go back and find where we talked about your email. And if that is not 100%
Horrendous.
brain rot,
Yeah.
just let's
Just play that and be like, that's all you really care
that's all
about.
you get. See?
Yeah.
Done.
Or maybe just read them your email.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Be like, this is what it's like.
Or get like a separate friend to record reading out
Yeah,
an email
actually-
and be like, that's the
the
show.
podcast.
Maybe
That's
head
the
to
show.
Fiverr and then pay 3 guys $5 to record
to
them
make a
reading.
fake episode of baseless speculation,
answering an email in a very
you have our permission to reuse the cover art of baseless speculation for your fake podcast, but it has to be a recreation of baseless speculation.
And then you have to give it to us
so we can
upload it, and then we don't have to work 1 week.
Okay. That'd be nice.
That's the trade-off.
Yeah, that's it.
And unfortunately, the rest of you listeners, you're gonna get 1 week where fortunately, where it's not the 3 of us.
Rather than the BS boys, it'll be the Fiverr boys.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, Joe controversy, clean slate.
Nice. Woo! Very funny to imagine the Fiverr boys really successful.
Yeah.
We come back, people are like, where are the Fiverr boys?
We wish they were bad. Like, you guys
We go, well,
this would be like when 2 bears, 1 cave. Like, this is not a
2
reference.
2 bears, 1
cup. Yeah.
When 2 bears, 1 cave.
Yeah.
They brought in Stavvy and some other guy. And then
that was
for
much. And they slowly realized over the course of their run in the podcast that everybody hated the podcast.
Yeah.
Really funny stuff.
Yeah. That's going to happen to us now.
Yeah. Guaranteed.
Well, it's good, I think, when we just pull references from all over the internet. We go, oh, yeah, you like fucking Batman? Well, here's a fucking 2 bears, 1 cave reference.
Exactly.
Is that good?
It'll be good for one guy.
Yeah.
And if you're that guy, email us in.
Yeah, let us know. bsboyspod@gmail.com.
Please send us emails. Send us, we didn't really bring out the wheel today because there was really no reason to. But please do email us in your suggestions for the wheel, ways to hurt us. It's not like this podcast hurts us enough. We come in and talk for an hour and a half or whatever about the most depressing shit imaginable. And then we go, I wish at the end of this I had to drink poison.
That actually would be pretty good. Because, I guess, like, in the face of such a terrible, terrible world, like, all you can do is just, like, try your best to be a kind person or drink poison.
So please keep him. And, any other questions you'd like us to answer. And once again, like we said, if you want to support us, if you want to get us above the financial anxiety line, but below the piece of human shit line, you can literally, if you're on Apple right now, there'll be a button. You can click subscribe and subscribe, or you can go to SansPitchRadio.com.
$2.99 a month or something.
Fucking
look,
nothing.
I don't want to press you, but at time of recording, Australia has 33 days of fuel left.
What?
Brother, you got to look at the news.
Jesus Christ! No porn, no fuel. Supporting the war in Iraq. What the fuck has happened?
So fuel prices here are. This won't make sense if you don't know the price conversion, but at the moment it's pushing $2.50 a liter.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
If
you're lucky, you'll get it for $2.20. When I drove here today, I drove past one place that was selling it for $2.20. And I
gotta buy a bike.
In the world where Australia has no fuel, the man who rides the train is king.
What the fuck has happened?
Yeah.
Oh my God, I hate not paying attention.
Yeah.
Well, it all comes to you at once. That is
really
bad.
does.
From Joel Dusha.
Jesus.
Dude.
What the fuck?
Yeah. They've said it's fine. We're not actually going to run out of fuel, but people are
then why is it so
people are
fucking
panicking
expensive?
and buying fuel.
Panic
Now I gotta go panic buy some fuel.
I'm no fuel scientist, but I believe people are like, it comes from this one specific place in Iran, and the war in Iran is and people are like, that would be crazy if we got it from one specific place. We get it from a lot of like Central Asia and
our fuel reserves are definitely down to the 30-something days. I think it's 33. Cool. Actually, it might be 31 at time.
Can't wait to see how, I guess, hear from Joel Dusha how that has impacted my life. I'm like, guys, I can't fill up my car. What the fuck?
I got to call my friend.
Did you know there's riots? What?
Hey, man, you're just surrounded by just chaos. Hey, man, can you give me a quick, what's going on?
Hey, man, sorry. I'm just in the middle of a riot.
Yeah.
Can
you tell me why
it's a good one, though.
Oh, okay, sweet.
Yeah, the world got so bad that buying a gun's actually awesome.
Okay. Can I get one there?
Yeah. So that's the secret they don't tell you about the right to bear arms amendment. It was for situations like this.
Yeah. It is cool to very rapidly become Mad Max. Like that is pretty cool.
Yeah. Well, I guess
it's like it's on the way, dude. It's on the way.
I guess on that note, I've been Joel.
I've been Jackson.
And I've also been Joel.
And hopefully we'll see you next week in the Wasteland.
Yeah,
it'd be cool to fight side by side with you listeners.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice.
Sorry everything's bad.
We'll see you there. We'll see you there.
At least we'll be here to walk you through it.
Yeah.
We're not gonna go evil. We might just have mind breaks and become deranged human being.
More so.
Yeah.
But with a moral compass. That's just a questionable one, I guess.
Yeah. Bye.